to 9 hustle. This is a what sold video. I like to take the last 25 things that I've sold on eBay, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and put it up for your consideration to show you items that you might consider trying to pick yourself, or maybe what you want to avoid. And I'm not going to lie, sales have been in the crapper lately. Normally, 25 items takes me anywhere from like 3 to 5, 3 to maybe 6, 7 days to accomplish, and this particular 25 took a good deal longer. I don't know if it's the January lull. I know it's definitely my listing activity has not been great. We've been extremely busy as a family, buying out a business, not to resell, but to potentially open a similar business on our own. So very exciting stuff, but the reselling accounts have definitely suffered. But let's go through the last 25 things I've sold on eBay, starting with a Wii Bundle. Sorry, I've got an itch. Normally, I'm very content to part a Wii out, but in this particular case, I've already got a couple Wii power supplies listed, and I bought a Wii lot that also included some black Wiimotes. There was a second white Wiimote, and some really good games, and I bought it for $100. And I thought, if I could sell this bundle for 100, and I was going to go about 125, 150 on the other stuff, that sounded good. Everything else sold really fast. This Wii bundle took a little while to sell because I was priced probably top end of the market, but it did go for $97.95 plus $10 shipping. Next, we have just a Disney t-shirt, long sleeve t-shirt. This actually went out on an offer for $14.04. I was fine with that. This came in a lot of New Tags clothing that I had purchased off Mercari a while back and had already doubled my money on, and just had a few last straggler items hanging around, and was completely fine with getting $14 for this. Right, next up, Polo Ralph Lauren. I've said it many times, I'll say it again. Bright, colorful plaids are a type of shirt that you can sell. This was a button down. It also had a size going for it at XXL. This sold very quickly, $24.95, free shipping. Here we've got a bundle of Sega Genesis games. I had made a Sega Genesis buy a while back and sold the good stuff from it. Still have the console, actually. But had these games that were just lower value and stacked them all up and bundled them together and sold them that way. And just checking, that did go full price, $24.95, free ship on that one. Had a nice big pony haul the other week, I don't know when it was, but it had like 3 big pony shirts from one sourcing trip. This was one of them, the most basic one that I had, but it was in really solid, really nice condition. And this did go on an offer. Yeah, went on an offer, $21.96, free shipping. A Vineyard Vines XL polo shirt. Not normally real into Vineyard Vines polos. This one was just in excellent condition. Sold on a 12% off offer, $22.84, free shipping. And pretty much all the shirts you'll see I'm into for $3.89 plus tax. That's the price at my local Goodwills. If I get it from Salvation Army or somewhere different, it might be more like $5, but $4 or $5 is what I'm into on shirts generally. Here we have a vintage first aid kit. Honestly, mother-in-law just cleaning out her dad's stuff, and I was like, hey, if you got any old stuff, I might be interested. Got a tote of old vintage items, like sold some vintage office supplies and that kind of stuff. And this was just a cool old metal box first aid kit, and it did go for $24.95 plus the 10 shipping because it was very heavy, and it did fit in a padded flat rate. Here we have a tie. It's Tommy Hilfiger, new with tags. It's got like nautical knots on it. I don't know. $14.95 free shipping. I was into that for about $1. This guy has been around for a while. I picked this up because it was vintage. I'm always hesitant on NASCAR stuff because I just do not find NASCAR stuff sells that quickly. But the price was right. It was like $1 a day at a local church thrift, so I grabbed it. It's been listed. I would have to go back and look it up. I want to say a year, maybe longer. Um, it's been on sale before. Offers have been sent out, but it did wind up finally selling for full price, $42.95 plus the 7.5 shipping. Had a nice NASCAR logo on the back. Just took a long time to sell. This took a while to sell too, and I was surprised. It's a very cool vintage Wrangler. This is a denim shirt, and it's got, the cool denim yoke with stripes. And this also took a little while to sell, but eventually did go full price, $27.95, free shipping. It had a couple condition issues as well, but I thought it was a super cool old Wrangler shirt. It was a button front. I wish it was a pearl snap, or if the colors were more like USA versus green and maroon. I don't know. But yeah, $28 vintage Wrangler denim shirt. Here we got a pair of Carhartt. I love selling Carhartt pants in particular. They seem to sell the best out of all Carhartt stuff for me. And this did go full price, $22.95, $7.49 shipping. I described it as broken in, so we didn't have holes or threads popping out everywhere, but you could tell the jeans had been worn a good bit. And there was a small dark mark on it that I called out. But yeah, pretty much $30 shipped. Carhartt jeans, can't go wrong. 48 waist, good big size is a good thing. Here we have a cheap video game. I don't even remember where I got this. It's been listed for a long time. And I want to say it went for the price shown, $8.95, free shipping. Yeah, not fantastic. Here we have an LL Bean shirt. I actually just dropped a video called the LL Bean Reseller Deep Dive, and I'm buying into my own research that I provided there. There's a lot of good value in LL Bean if you know what to look for. This is a model of shirt or a finish on the shirt called chamois, which is like a suede finish. And yeah, you can get between 32 and $40 for those shirts pretty much all day long. Very high sell-through rate. This lasted probably less than 4 or 5 days on eBay. This was interesting. Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth. If you don't know, if you find this PC game and it's complete, it sells for over $100. In my case, the discs that were in this case were not the correct disc for the anthology edition. It was the disc for like the first game in the series. And so, okay, no big deal. I sold those discs individually for $20. And then I had this case. I was like, hell, I'm going to list the case because it's such a high value item. Maybe somebody out there with discs wants the case to complete it. I don't know. But what was interesting is the buyer left a note and said, please ship quickly. This is a gift. And I'm like, dude, did you notice it was case only in the title? The condition description mentions that as well, as does the item description. And the category I listed it in was like box art and manuals. Like there's actually a category for video game stuff that does not include the disc or the cartridge. Haven't heard anything back from them, so hopefully it worked out. But that did go for $15.95 free shipping for an empty case. We got another Ralph Lauren Big Pony. This actually sold once before and then came back. I was worried about this shirt in particular. It is an XL slim fit, but it's pretty slim for an XL, even a slim fit. It's a great looking shirt though. Got the big gold pony. We've got the crest, the stripes, red, white, and blue. What more could you ask? Had an offer of $23. Went ahead and accepted it. I'm more apt to do that on something that's come back to me once before. It's like I don't want a cursed item. I want to get it out of here. It's probably worth more than that, but it had definitely shrank a little bit. So yeah, it's gone. This is a very cool sale. I bought this shirt. I'm not big on buying things that don't have any sort of tag, even if I know what it is. I prefer the item to have the tag. If you cut your tags out of your shirts and then you donate them to a thrift store, I'm not buying them generally. But this was just so cool and so different. I didn't know if it was homemade or what. The quality seemed good. And it's been listed for a little while. I knew this was a item that wasn't going to sell right away. There were actually one or two other shirts listed with this same pattern of fabric, but different colors. And it's just this crazy Hawaiian shirt with the sugar cane train, and it's been out for a while. I sent an offer. The guy came back weeks later and said, "Hey, you sent me an offer on this. At the time, I wasn't ready to buy. Now I am. Would you accept 60?" And so I replied with offer. Yep, very happy to take 60. Would love this to find its forever home. Reply with offer, $60. It's going back to Hawaii to the wardrobe of an artist that resides there. So it's a very cool sale. 4 into 60 is great, but just always love when I can rescue an item and get it to the right owner. It's just a cool feeling. And the money is, obviously great too. But yeah, $60. It's crazy what you can get for some Hawaiian shirts. Here we have just a very cheap camera flash. Vivitar, is not a good high quality brand. But I buy lots of vintage camera stuff, and so I get things that just aren't that great. But I'm usually in it for pennies based on buying the lot, and usually I buy lots where one or two things will get all the money back. So I list these things anyway. They're one cool thing about flashes is you can test them without the right camera. Generally, you put batteries in it. Most of them have a test button. It works. It had this other little adapter thing. $12.95, free shipping. It's gone. And here we have an Alan Flusser shirt. I mentioned this in the last What Sold video. Alan Flusser, not a great sell-through rate overall, but the Paisley shirts can do okay. Still not a fantastic sell-through rate. But both of the ones I bought sold inside of a month. I want to say about 3 weeks. It took both of them to sell. And I think it just demonstrates that there is some skill involved with this process. You can't just throw up crap photos and not know what keywords to use and not know how to price stuff and expect to do well. So even though the brand overall has a low sell-through rate, I'm able to pick items and sell them quickly and for good money because I know what I'm doing, right? And this did go full price, $27.95, free shipping. It was a great price to get out of that brand. But yeah, Alan Flusser, if you're going to mess with it, you want to look for the Paisley or just really crazy looking shirts. Here we have another tie. This is Calvin Klein. This also new with tags, came in the same lot as the Tommy Hilfiger tie we saw earlier. $14.95, free shipping. Ralph Lauren blazer or sports coat. I don't mess with a lot of blazers and sports coats. I would like to mess with them more. I have more space and a Z-rack now, so I might do it. The only thing with any kind of suiting is it's longer to match the right item to the right buyer. You're not generally going to have quick flips with it. And this I did have listed for a good long while, and sold it for a lot less than what it was listed for. I sold it for $42 plus the shipping, so right at $50. I was happy to get that though. I mean, I'm not into it for that much and made great profit on it. It just took a long time. Here we have a Charles Tyrwhitt, not a brand that I buy very often. This came in a 50 shirt lot buy. And it was French cuff, which to me is a negative. French cuff shirts generally, I would say, take longer to sell than their standard cuff counterparts. And someone offered me $14, and it was a day when I hadn't sold anything yet. I was like, let's break the ice and make a sale. And I accepted. I was in it for $3, so not great profit on 14 free ship. But, I sold a pink Charles Tyrwhitt shirt with French cuffs. I have a Wrangler. It is a pearl snap. Wrangler's not a brand that I'm picking up generally unless it's vintage or extra long tails or got something really cool going on. This actually came in a buy I did off Facebook Marketplace where I got like 4 bags of clothes for $10 each. And this went for actually $17.50 free shipping. So that paid off one bag of clothes. Ooh, a lens cap. It's one of my absolute favorite vintage camera items to sell. I bought a vintage camera lot one time ways back. It had like 200 lens caps. I didn't list them all individually, but like any brands I could identify and it seemed like they might be desirable, I listed. This went on an offer, actually $17.56 for this old plastic lens cap. The buyer paid $8.95 for shipping to Canada. So that's just a great sale all day long. Now this Adidas, I'm into this for less than $2. My Goodwills, they hang a lot of stuff up, and then whatever they don't hang up goes in basically like these giant table bin things. And the prices on anything in those is like $1.69. And this was in there. I picked it up initially because of the bright colors, and I was like, oh, it's Adidas. It's an XL. I looked up Barricade, which appears to actually be a model of tennis shoe for them. Went ahead and scooped that up, and it did sell $22.95 free shipping for basically a t-shirt. And then here we have the final item, Aerotech Designs Urban Pedal Pushers. These are bicycle shorts, and they sold full price $42.95 free shipping. And I will say I've sold a number of cycling items throughout the years. Some of them are just worth crazy pants amounts of money. And then like everything else, a bunch of them, particularly cycling jerseys and bibs, just aren't worth that much. Some of the jerseys are worth great money, but pants or shorts, or I would even call them leggings, I don't know. You want to look for padded ones. The seat area is padded because you're going to be on that seat for however many hours riding your bike. I don't know. But yeah, cycling stuff can be really good money in it. I was into these for same type of deal, bin price, $1.69, and got $42.95. So there you go. That's the last 25 items I sold on eBay. I hope that gives you some ideas of the types of items you might want to go out and find, and possibly some items you might want to pass on based on the low prices that I got for them. So please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. We've got lots of content coming your way, including more brand deep dives, more how-tos, and more what sold videos. Thanks a lot.